Hey everybody, Asher here, back with some more Stellaris, where today we're going to be trying to meet some goals, but we also have some neighbors who are not terribly friendly to us, and we'll talk about that a little bit. First, I just want to say this episode is going to be a little bit more about trying to spread our net, get the last few systems that we can. We're not going to be able to push these guys in the homeworlds very well, and we'll talk about what's going on to the west and north and east of us in just a little bit. I will start by saying that I do have my people in line, and I'm trying my best to get over here to at least get Bera, or maybe I can at least put a place around here. Now this is a construction ship, and where are you guys going? Right now you're doing an anomaly, so I do need to actually finish exploring the system, which for some reason I did not do, because if you don't do that you can't actually build the thing. So instead of this science ship, I have it on orders to go all the way and explore there. I do want to do that, but I want it to explore this system first. Maybe we can do this research project survey system, because I need to get a beacon out there to consolidate those borders, because unfortunately as many ships as we have that will actually as many new colonies as we had, and that's the other thing, is that we have lots of new colonies available. Let's click this button again. They're not down here. Like, I can grab a colony here. This is not the best continental world ever. It's 13 tiles, but it does expand our borders a bit. We also have this, which is actually a pretty good continental world. I may be more inclined to settle here instead, because the big thing is, as long as we can spread our borders down here, and hopefully between these two, as long as we can keep this stretch and then this stretch over here, that's kind of my two big goals. Maybe we'll find another place that we can colonize. But because our new conquerees, the Othethi, they actually, and I actually failed to survey one of the places here, they have a continental preference. So while they're not super happy right now, they're not super upset, because they know that they lost, and they lost fair and square. And they do want one of their own to actually be a leader. The big thing is that because I have spaceports, I can start building colony ships. So we're going to be spreading out to around this arm, and that leads us to the west here. Now we have a few people that also don't like us. We have the Ukopeknar Consortium, who are fanatical purifiers. They want to destroy all other alien life. So that's a -1,000 penalty. That's not DKP minus, that's actual. They hate everybody. But you can see they're also pathetic technology level equivalent, because they are currently getting the crap beat out by the Uberic Coalition. Unfortunately, the Coalition, well, they're kind of neutral towards us. You know what? I think I want to establish an embassy with them, because if we look here, their fleet power is overwhelming, and more scarily, their technology is superior. So let's establish an embassy. Hopefully that can increase our relationships with them, and that'll be useful, because we need to figure out kind of who we want our friends to be here. So they've already sliced these guys in half. I kind of want to do my land grab over here as best as possible. We can get some tundra worlds and everything. The big thing is that I want to keep this arm mine. Now, fortunately for us, the Fallen Empire is not going to go anywhere. But if I can put another system here, we'll be able to go north, and then we can run into the Zarkon United Stars, who Ashens, you know, your people are not very popular among our citizens. Well, why don't you like us? New contact. Okay, border friction. Let's talk about border friction in just a second. Slavery policy, purge policy, spiritualist fools, collective tyrants, and repugnant. So they just really don't like us. They are fanatic individualist materialists. So kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum, you can see its fungus tentacles kind of waving together. I like all the extra eyes. But our border friction, I mean, it's not like we can settle anywhere in between. However, I do want to find out what that is. And then obviously to the east, we've already talked about the Confederacy over here, the Athelid Confederacy. And if we visit them one more time, we know that they're equivalent to us. Their fleet power superior. They just don't like us for a lot of reasons, mainly because they're evangelizing zealots, and they have rivaled us. Well, that's cute. Well, I'm not going to rival them back just yet, although I could use some extra influence here. Big thing first, and let's go ahead and unpause it here. Big thing first is to go ahead and let our explorations go through. We have an idle construction ship. I don't have too many things that I need to do around my borders just yet. I want to have one construction ship on hold for when we get 200, so that we can actually get this star surveyed. So let's make sure that we actually have this everything getting surveyed here. This special project was debris, the rest is debris. actually went off here. But let's go ahead and move here. We can't build a frontier outpost until this is taken and until we can get everything else there. So system surveyed as well. This science ship is now idle. We have one... okay, interesting. We have one anomaly here. Research risk 7%. Let's just do that now. And then we can go over here. Just try and take our way down here. I don't expect... I'm hoping that they'll colonize to the south instead of to the west. So that's going to be where our first set of border friction is. And it's going to take a few months. Should be within this episode, but
debris analyzed.
We'll see. Alright, so more debris analyzed. More importantly, can we find out things about the stars? Like, we have this big bad area up here. We have a pretty nice fleet, but someone used a mining laser in orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing to the surface of Banktangulum 1. The massive script covers a large portion of the planet's upper hemisphere. It appears to be a short story chronicling the difficulties of an alien mercenary. I feel like I've already seen that one. Alright, well, we do have some idle areas, and that's another thing I can do while all these things build up. Let's see. On the surface here... Let's go ahead and ditch these final tile blockers so our planet can just finish growing here. Now, Schlurg does have some upgrades that it needs, like more power plants. Remember when we were having problems with energy? Our energy's finally going better. In fact, we're getting dangerously close to the cap. So let's go ahead. Can actually upgrade this too. Do we have a physics lab finally? Yes, we do. And we can upgrade these, so this place will go pretty well. I shouldn't really be pausing this. Alright, so we'll upgrade this power plant. Let's see if we can find a better place to put a silo. Probably not here. Probably not on the new planet either. So Reblag is probably going to be the best. So, what is the item that will allow us to increase our energy cap, or are we just going to be stuck? Power Hub gives us more energy credits from here. Doesn't increase the cap. Okay, well, we've gone from surplus to no surplus. Maybe someone else can actually make use of it. So there's technologies that will increase that as well. We're not quite at the cap yet. We got about 700 to go. So we got 2 construction ships done now. Alright. Our youth and our borders? Yes, finally.
Research.
And then we can just go ahead and do these as well. Since we have all kinds of money, we may as well use it. So, more research done. Farming subsidies for better hydroponic farms. Kelp is going to be pretty important. Production targets, though, I think is going to be key. We'll get the toxic kelp a little bit later. Right now, planetary capital is going to be very important for us spending influence. Production targets is a really good edict, which we haven't done much with the edicts yet because we're not quite at that point in the game. I like doing edicts kind of once I get my place together, but that may be doing it wrong. The +1 influence, though, you can't really do wrong with that. So the key thing, once again, is let's go ahead. Let's take our fleet down here. So we only have some sensors here.
Construction complete.
And on our Gaia world right now, the surface is not super happy. But they are growing. And I definitely want to put an observatory on here. And we'll go ahead and upgrade this to a spaceport 4 or 3 as well. So we can get some more modules on there. Big thing for the observatories, I'd just like to see what they're doing here.
Complete.
Maybe they're not doing a lot. So more research complete. Yay, plasma thrusters. So we can get a fortress, which didn't do a lot. Mineral storage capacity, mining network 2. Basic wing fighter. You know, I like having carriers.
Construction.
Let's go ahead and do that now. Those fighters and bomber wings are actually very powerful for defense stations. Oh, wow. Okay, and an apparent response to our, and if we look down here, we have aggressive stabbing at people here. In response to our operations in their primitive world, many of the Hagavar nations, states of Babik Electric, have momentarily put aside their squabbling to form a new supranational military organization. According to local media, the task force have been charged with defending their planet from hostile alien activities perpetrated by an unknown alien agency against the species as a whole. Dude, it's XCOM. They have XCOM on their continental world. Disconcerting, maybe. Now, as for Sol, I was wondering about what to do with Sol. We'll kind of do another XCOM thing with them. I could change my policies to do native enlightenment, but what I think I want to do instead is covert infiltration. Because enlightenment will turn them into a protectorate, but they'll get a Swiss cheese portion of our space. And we could potentially lose things. I don't expect to, but we could. On the other hand, if we do Covert Infiltration, we can annex them maybe when they come out into space. So we're losing money now. That's okay. I am totally okay with that. So with Sol, they're in the early space age. So we won't have to spend like tons and tons and tons of money. And I'm not quite sure where there is a tracker here. Okay, 2 for 100. So we get 2 per month. Are we going to actually infiltrate them in time? I don't know. But that's a lot of resources just to get some humans. But, that's how it is. So this system's been surveyed. Okay, that better be our fleet. Let's look in here. Okay. So our fleet's pretty happy. It's mostly destroyers with a few corvettes. And there is still some jumpiness in here. They do have, it's not a day 1 patch, but they do have a patch coming. Probably by the time this video's up, they'll have it fixed. But since I don't expect too much combat in this video, we'll watch things get exploded. Alright, so here's all of our missiles from our destroyers. And these autonomous units, they're just going to explode and die. Alright, so if we can just clear out here, that'd be lovely. Alright, now we have another science ship that's not doing anything. Decent worlds. Let's see what we can get around here. I'm going to try my best to get this. Unfortunately, we are never quite able to see what mode of FTL they were using. So there's the hostile fleet. Frontier outpost right here. So we need to land grab, and we have some colony ships available. Well, we should have some colony ships available. Alright, so for some reason they were created by a sector, so they don't show up for us. It's a little bizarre. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and colonize this planet. This is a really good drop spot. So we're going to be losing even more money here in just a second. What other place do we want to colonize? Like, we do have a continental world here, but it's just a moon, and last I checked, it wasn't a very great... Well, that's pretty big as far as a moon goes. I mean, just in terms of land grabbing, this is going to do more to ensure us our survival, so let's do that. Alright, once again, I'm so used to these civilian ships just appearing over here. Alright. Okay, do we not have control of these ships? Owned by the sector. Oh, crap. Well, let's see here. And I can't really get rid of them either, so that's a shame. Well, this is what we'll do then. Because let's see here. I thought, and I guess I'm mistaken here, that these colony ships, I would actually get to have control of them. So these are moving, these are moving. So it's fun to have a few misplays here. All right, let's go ahead and disband this one for now. Oh wait, no, we can figure this out. Okay. First off, I did just accidentally disband, so I said I can't figure it out, and I can't. So, interesting. You build ships on ports with these things, and they will just be theirs. I guess the other option is to go ahead and go to the surface, and we can try and force some migration here. Now, if we look at our policies right now, I'm going to keep this running here. Okay. Okay, is this actually teleporting out? There we go. Good, it is moving down. So I did just accidentally destroy something for nothing. Alright, that's what I thought. Alright, here's the other colony ship. We're going to put you down here. So between these, we should be able to press our borders okay. Like I said, I thought you'd be able to control them. I don't know why it didn't. It wasn't immediately apparent, but we'll put you here. So 2 pretty good places. We can get another one here. We're going to make this another sector down here, I believe. Because we don't want to expand too far. How many sectors are we allowed to have? We have 2 of 4, so that's not awful. But what I'd like to do is sort of get this area and then put the arm back here. So now we, since we screwed up and accidentally destroyed one of our colony ships, ripped 300 some minerals, let's go ahead and build another one. And we want to choose the right kind of people here, the spiritualist materialist. That's more in line with what we have, and we're going to rocket them out to the west. We can at least try and grab these borders and this over here. Let's see what our science ship is finding. A few things. Remember, these were a terrible beast from the black hole before. And here's Light's End. Barren and rocky world that actually has an explosion on the side. I wonder if that's going to be a special project. And this is taking a really long time because I'm on normal speed. That'd be why. Still, though, that's taking a really long time even to scan these debris. Okay, do we have any other special projects that are worthwhile to do right now? Repair the automated shipyard, alien specimen procurement. We have another observatory for the Voltim, and it's over here. Do we have a scientist that's level 5 yet? We do. Okay, so we have one. Let's go ahead and we will queue that up. Please tell me you didn't just abandon ship. Okay, good. Now I kind of want to see these areas too, but we'll get there. So a little bit silly that I just screwed up that and destroyed a colony ship, but we are going to be getting some more colonies, so we're going to lose a little bit of our trust fund here. But the hope is that we can... Okay, let's return to the nearest place. Alright, so another anomaly. Class 12 asteroid orbits this planet. Small planetoid's orbit appears too stable. Let's research it. And look! Sol Phase 1 Infiltration. Look at that! Our initial infiltration cells have landed on Sol, but they are having some difficulty establishing new identities. There have been several incidents in which cell members were exposed as aliens, necessitating the immediate termination of all witnesses. This has brought unwanted attention from human authorities requiring our operations to lay low for a while. Unfortunately, this will result in a slight delay. So, interesting. We want to take Sol peacefully. We don't want to go full aliens from XCOM on it. So if we go here again. So it's going to take possibly a little more time. Maybe they'll want to fight us eventually.
System survey.
Alright, so this construction ship is done. Where are you? Over here. What else can we do? We can go ahead and do mining stations, research stations. Big thing is that we need to get a lot of energy out from some of the stuff, which means we have various upgrades that we can do. If we look at the surface here, these guys really just need food right now. So we can do a basic farm. Move you over here. So for some reason, someone had towed an asteroid in a stable orbit around Turbine 5. Maybe they're playing Kerbal Space Program. The massive engine sections of the braking thrusters can still be found on the surface. Whoever did this mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were incomplete, so we can look at it some more. Alright, so physics from the alien civilization on V Simni have managed to split the atom for the first time. And let's look and see where this is. We are already observing them. With the discovery of nuclear fission, the first nuclear weapons are inevitably being produced, and nuclear power plants are coming on. The Junigoan civilization has entered a critical phase where they suddenly possess the means to destroy themselves with the push of a button. So if we look at them one more time, are these the guys? We are not doing these guys aggressively. We're doing these guys passively, although we could use the extra research. Alright, so we should have another colony ship available shortly. Alright, any other modules that we can build? Okay, 3 mid-sized vessel briefly detected inside the atmosphere of the gas giant. We're going to leave that for now. We do have an observatory here. I guess we'll put it there for now. Level 3 shipyard, and then another proto-civilization. That's going to be down in this area. Interesting. So we have another tundra world that we can actually colonize down here as well. And look at this. We have almost everything over here. We don't have this little block. So that would be something I'd really like to get. But there's not really a neat way for us. Well, there's a tropical world over here. We can send our continental people over to that, but right now we're just going to have to make do. With as the population grows, this blob will spread, and eventually we'll get this. This is like 13 power, though. This is like the most powerful place ever, so... Too many planets under our direct control. That's true. Alright, let's make another sector. I said we were going to. Alright, so I said last time that I'm not a huge fan of putting new planets under sector control. But we'll do this for now. Look at that, just by creating that sector we have all kinds of new things. So we have another construction ship that's idle down here. Let's fix that.
System survey complete.
So like I said, for now I've really got to take control of this area or something. Or no, there's a little line down there. So we do have a path. That's good. And this is, oh wow, Arctic Worlds. Let's go ahead and build. I feel like I'm doing a lot of expansion. And you wouldn't be wrong. Alright, by the way, the reason I'm getting a choice is that if we look at the people on Schlug, they don't all have the same ethics. There's been some divergence. You'll notice that this is a xenophile, so they like other aliens. How are we doing on food here? We have 7 food right now, so we're actually pretty okay. We can't upgrade you. We can't upgrade you. Well. Almost hit the purge button. Do not want to hit the purge button. I should be right-clicking these tiles that I just want to upgrade on. Okay, any other tile blockers with actual tile blocks? Like, we have a lot of resources. So that's good. And do we have inactive buildings? We got a lot of inactive buildings. But once we get down here, so we have other places. Archaeological projects. The archaeologists dig on Hesperus. Va has uncovered a small mural of one of the observatory's dust-covered smaller chambers. It seems to depict several different constellations, possibly as they would appear if viewed from Voltum homeworld. Our astronomers have not been able to identify the individual stars. Interesting. So did the stars change? I don't know. We got a lot of research out of it. And if we look at our special projects, we just need to find more precursor things. There don't seem to be a lot around here. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to actually survey the rest of this system. We need to send you over here, and these 2 other places are on the edge. But if I can survey this system, can I not get there? I'm getting a little X next to it, but we'll see. If I can get it, great. If I can't, I can't. We're getting a little bit of hang up all of a sudden. Hopefully that doesn't affect the video. Alright. So like I said, this is... a lot of what we're doing right now is just consolidating our holdings here. We have a death. General Bautilus has died. Oh no. That means our armies don't have anybody right now. Let's look at our leaders. Yeah, we don't have an admiral. We don't have an army leader. We do have scientists. We need to recruit some more governors. That's what we need to do. Like this sector down here needs a leader. Let's go ahead and donate them for some stuff. We're gonna make them. We're making all these energy focused right now. Assign a leader. Let's recruit. Fortunately, because we're spiritualist, ours come pretty cheap. And I'm not doing slavery right now, but we'll take Tagloro. He's better at clearing tile blockers. It's going to be pretty useful for this. So the Eskog sector's starting to do pretty well. The Zatari sector is still growing. We'll tax the crap out of them. And we have an increased sector limit now. Nice. Alright, so what are you going to do, construction ship? You may as well grab these minerals. We got some stuff out to the west and to the north as well, so let's see here. We got these planets, okay. We got a few holdings in the middle. We got a few that are pretty good in the middle. But I think it's high time I started to extend to, like, over here. Like, we have Tundra, which is okay. But I kind of want to send you all over here. Because I don't even know. This place, that place is actually not great. Is this place any better, though? Ooh, that's a lot of tile blockers. And we can't fix Noxious Swamp. Alright. That's terrible. Like, our best tile, we'd have to land on. Because you lose... Well, we could lose one side here. This is more of just a holding planet than anything else. I just hate losing the 2 mineral 1 energy so early, but I guess we'll do it. Alright, so where's our colony ship? Is it already on its way? Yeah. Screw it, we're just gonna colonize this. We're gonna test and see if this is overexpand. Well, did I just like lose where we were?
Construction complete.
Okay, this isn't... What was I looking at then? Okay, well, I feel like I'm going crazy. We do not want you guys to go that way then, because you are colonizing our continental world over here. And this world is far better. That one's a really good one. 25 tiles, robotic remains. The planet houses old robots built by a fallen society, giving us engineering material to research, and that's over here. So that's a really good planet. That may have Rise of the Machines. So, Sol 3, growing tensions. The attempt to replace the leader of one of the dominant nations on Sol 3 was a body double from our own ranks has gone terribly wrong. Our agents were discovered. And those who weren't killed in the ensuing firefight committed suicide to avoid capture as per instructions. The leader they sent to replace has blamed the incident on rivaling nations. International tensions on the planet are growing and several nations have raised their military readiness levels. Our infiltration cells have prepared a global propaganda campaign. To defuse the situation, they will require a science ship in order to coordinate their efforts. So, avert war on Sol 3. Well, shit. Alright. Science ship. Where are you? Because we will... This will set us back. So, look at this. How many... Sol, we just... All we want to do is just take you over. Is that too hard? Okay, stop what you're doing. Save Sol right now. It's like the human race wants to be destroyed, instead of just being taken over by Cthulhian mollusks. I mean, who can say no to all of these faces? I mean, really, who can? No, seriously, who can? Alright, let's clear some more tiles. We have got to take care of
Construction complete.
our own homeworld here. Alright, so Rablaga
Construction complete.
can actually
System
upgrade
survey
you now.
complete.
Good. You're getting more pops. We'll just get all the food we can. And we'll build a basic science lab. Alright. This world, how are we doing on food? We're barely doing anything on food, but we're getting some food. So we need to clear that. And we won't be able to upgrade these things until we get another pop. Gaia World, on the other hand, is doing pretty good. All things considered, we're going to go ahead and build a farm here. Kind of wish that I was able to get the hydroponics thing for orbit. But that's not the case. Okay, there we go. With the support of Gorgil and Orbit, our infiltration cells... Let's look at the Earth again. Sol 3, excuse me. The support of Gorgil and the Orbit, our infiltration cells managed to avert a global nuclear war on Sol 3. At the last moment, several human world leaders, having been replaced by our own disguised operatives, have called for nuclear disarmament and improved international relations. With the situation diffused, the influence of our covert agents has actually been increased. The entire situation may end up working out to our advantage, so... Well... The question becomes... When the curtain gets unveiled, what's going to happen? Alright. So we need to go back to surveying here. Survey. Well, that was interesting. I think that's a pretty good point to stop this one, actually, so we have some more colony ships that we're going to be sending out. This one is going for an Arctic world. So let's send that down here now. Like, this seems like it's alright. It's a moon with 18 cells. Yeah, that's decent enough for me. Like I said, we're doing a bit, one last big land grab while we can, and then I guess the other situation is, as much as I want to box them in, it is probably far better for me if I just go to the Tundra planet instead, because this is 22 tiles. Stone Age primitives, so we could piss them off. Versus over here, this does have better resources in the atmosphere, but wow, that is a ton of tile blockers. There are only 2 places you can land. No. No, no, no. The reason we do this is that this way we can at least try to get our people sort of in order and situated, and we are going to put ourselves, I guess, right here, because we can clear those tiles. But that's it for now. This is Asher. We got some more research available. Biolab 2, colonizing Ocean World is not a huge priority, although we can do it with our other natives here. Crew quarters and engineering bay is not bad. Probably of all these, I'd rather do Biolab 2. We need to start getting our internal research pretty well. So while we're losing money, we're not doing so bad. But that's it for now. We are pushing as far and as fast as we can to try and get the rest of this stuff, and we really want to block these guys out. I just wish I knew what their FTL method was, because we are definitely claiming a lot of this space. And I guess you could say it's forward settling. They're still wary of us. They kind of like us. We'll see. Like I said, I'd much prefer to vassalize these guys. I just want to get them to not be wary with us. And the embassy's only going so far. But that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more. And we'll do this again soon. Take care.